So if you think you don't have enough money to retire, think again. Today, we're going to go over how to save for retirement with just $10 a day. How many dollars a day?
10, but please start early.
But please start early, exactly. Why is it so important to start early and take advantage of compound interest?
It does a lot of heavy lifting for you, and it's kind of cost averaging too.
We didn't even mention
there's a couple of very positive things, and it's under the theory that if you're always doing $10, the days that bread costs, you only get 2 loaves for $10, you buy less bread, but on the days where you can get 3 loaves for $10, you are buying more bread.
Okay, I hadn't thought of it like that, but that's true. Okay, so I wasn't even thinking about the benefits of dollar cost averaging, but what happens is we're going to show the power of compound interest. Here's an example. Okay. So if you're 25 and you commit to saving $10 a day until you retire at age 65 with a 6% annual rate of return, how much money are you going to have?
You will have $550,000.
Right.
A nice $500,000.
A nice $500,000. Okay, yes, we're leaving, inflation out and all kinds of other things, but that's still $10 a day does not sound like very much money. I understand people are living paycheck to paycheck and all that, but we're talking about being able to save for retirement here, and as little as $10 a day, if you're starting early, that can get you a nice sum. Is it a tremendous amount? No, but it is a nice sum. Now then, Catherine, what happens if our 25-year-old waits 20 years because they're really young? What happens to the dollar amount that they have saved?
It goes to a third of it.
It's a lot less. So if you start when you're 45 for $10 a day, so you've missed those first 20 years and you start at zero and you're still doing the same $10 a day, you're only going to have $130,000. That's like 25%. Okay, just doing rough math. All right, that's the power of compound interest and why starting early is so important. Because for the 25-year-old, they're still only putting in $3,650, but they're getting about $30,000 in gain a year, which the 45-year-old is not going to be having. Okay, so some practical tips for saving $10 a day. What's the first one, and why is this so important?
Set up automatic reminders. Well, I'm not reminders, actually transfers,
automatic
because
transfer.
You actually will do it. It actually happens. You actually,
right.
Pay yourself first.
So this is going to be the equivalent. Well, there's 2 ways this is done. So you've got a 401k plan. You would be setting up, in this case, you'd be setting up $70 a week. All right, your employer is not going to be putting in $10 a day. All right, so you'd be doing the equivalent of $70 a week. That's going to happen automatically with or without your involvement. There are ways to set up IRA contributions that are doing basically the same thing. One of the important things you noted about this was that this $3,655 amount, $10 a day, is less than the IRA limits. Okay, so even if starting just about half of the IRA limits at age 25, you're still going to have a tidy sum later on. What else? What does everybody call free money?
Matches.
The company match. So obviously, yes, in our example, you may theoretically be leaving money on the table, but if there is a match, because you're going to be deferring, you are still going to be getting some of it. All right, and then what's the one that I don't like to do?
Reduce spending.
Reduce spending. Reduce spending is always good. Okay, I'm not trying to be an old boomer with the avocado toast, but we're all supposed to reduce our spending. Okay, it's a generally good habit for saving for retirement. Should our 25-year-old be doing this completely on their own, only with the help of Reddit?
No.
No. Okay, no. Use a financial advisor. Use a financial professional. Yes, they're going to dip into that 6%, but you're probably statistically more likely to get the net 6% if you're getting help from somebody. And they should stay disciplined and stay in the market, all right? Because obviously when
it's like doing 10 push-ups a day, right?
Yeah.
Think of how strong you'll be at 65.
Oh God, I don't know about that. Okay, so the idea here is that you stay disciplined. You don't This is not investment advice. This is how math works, okay? If the market's down, you don't sell everything and go to cash and guarantee your losses, all right? That's part of being disciplined, and that's why you see number 4, talk to a financial professional. All right, now then, do we want a lot of leakage in this plan, or do we want to do something else?
No leakage.
No, we don't want any leakage. What do we suggest people do? Because a 25-year-old is probably going to change jobs a couple of times.
Keep rolling your money to your new employer.
You've got one of two things. Roll the money over to your new employer or roll it over to an IRA. Okay, now also what's going on this year is the force-out limit has been raised to $7,000. So that's going to be less than 2 years of this contribution. So if you're changing jobs when you've got an account balance under $7,000, make sure you proactively roll that money out yourself. Yeah, it's going to go to an IRA, but you're going to have to go find it, okay? So make sure that when you move jobs, you roll it to your next employer or you roll it to an IRA. You don't go and spend it, all right? Right?
Yeah, and you can't just, I think part of it is if you leave money different places, you lose track of it. It gets rolled into IRAs that are less favorable. You might have to look at
lots of smaller account balances, lots of fees, and you're going to lose something.
Right.
So if you like this video, please go and watch some of our other 401k videos right here. Thanks for watching. Keep those cards and letters coming.
Toodaloo.